All right, guys, here we go. Fight Bananas podcast. Absolutely one of our favorites. I'm going to nickname him the role model, Impa Kasanganay. How you doing, my man?
My man, how are you doing?
Doing great, man. Doing great. Appreciate you always coming on. Appreciate your time, like always. The reason why I think I'm going to coin that nickname for you is, like I tell you, we watched the fight. I watched them with the family, and I always try to teach my kids, win or lose, it's what you show on the backside of it. And, we'll leave this one thing here, and then we'll never talk about it again. I know it didn't go the way you wanted, but just how you came back from it. I think it's a great role model to all people, all kids out there.
Oh, man, thank you so much. I mean, for my parents, credit to my coach, my parents, God, I mean, there's only one way to care ourselves, the best way that we can. And then I appreciate you having your support and your families, my extended family, and having that support really, really means a lot to me. So, to me, it's more important. I always told myself when I started fighting, like, you got one of two routes. You can keep that, what everybody thinks a fighter needs to be. You can set your own path, right? And treat people properly. And like I think about it, I don't have kids or a family of my own yet, but I have my brother and sister. And I don't want them to see, like, oh, because something doesn't go your way, you freak out and you disrespect people, right? That's not what it's about. It's not even talk about martial arts. That has nothing to do with it. But also, to being a fighter, that doesn't make you a fighter. It makes you just a person who can't fight themselves, right? You want to be able to control yourself first. And then the day I do have kids, I want them to be able to watch my interviews and the way I handle myself pre and post fight, that they're like, oh, that's what Dad's actually saying, what he's preaching, right? I don't want to be the hypocrite dad. I mean, of course, I have my issues already. Everybody has something that they struggle with. But I don't want to, if I can carry myself properly and I teach my kids one day to carry themselves properly, that's how I want to be.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. Life is easy when you have the money and we go out to get ice cream and everything is good. But sometimes, hey, money's tight this week, or sometimes the kids got to eat the vegetables before they get the ice cream. It's when life isn't going great, how you're going to react, and that's what we try to teach our kids at home. And it was just great. Kind of with that is Joe Rogan after the fight was like, "Whoa, Impa, you couldn't kind of evolve from that moment any better." He was so supportive. You're just so congratulated to Buckley and just, hey, happened. I'm moving on. Life moves on. We're all going to wake up tomorrow. So it was just it was really cool to have that support from Joe Rogan, who's just so big in the sport right now.
That meant a lot. It really did. Especially a figure like him who has been in the UFC, has been, there?
Yeah, I'm here, buddy. I made you big. I made you the star.
Oh, the picture went away. So yeah, Joe Rogan, and then he's such a big figure in the sport. I was like, wait, where'd he go? And just for him to to acknowledge like how we carried ourselves and what we did, to me, it's just we're in the right direction, right? Like, I don't want to be the person that's after a fight insulting my opponent. Like, people, they'll say their opponent is terrible, their opponent is this, and then they get beat up by them, and then they're like, well, and then they insult them. Like, what does that make them? For me, it's like Joaquin did great. He came to fight and he had a great shot, but I wouldn't say it's lucky. He hit a great shot, and I acknowledge as a fight fan, you're like, oh, cool, that's a fight. That's the stuff you want to see. And then as a fighter, you're like, man, I want to hit something like that. But to me, it's also like a challenge. Like, that's a great knockout, but that also inspires me to have great knockouts too, right?
Sure.
I'm so blessed. My dad was out there with me. I have some of my best friends out there, Brian and Diego, and then I got to represent across the world. I didn't, obviously didn't fight. The fight didn't go my way, result wise, but man, like to be on the stage, to be in the UFC, and to hopefully fight within between December to February, whenever that time comes again. What else would I be doing on the worst day, quote unquote? I still love it. On the best day, I still love it too. So if you love something, you don't hurt it, right? It's like people go home and they have a bad day at home. Like, it doesn't mean you freak out on everybody, right? You come home and still treat people with love, because everybody's gonna have a challenging day, and that was my challenging day. How do I respond to it? That shows how much I love it, right? So
absolutely. It's funny. I remember Tony Romo, Dallas Cowboy quarterback, fumbled the ball against the Seahawks 10, 12 years ago. I just remember this moment so vividly. And he fumbled the ball, and the media hammered him, like just hammered him. And he said like this easy quote, and he was just getting from everywhere. He goes, "If something on the football field happens, I don't get hurt, and that's the worst thing that ever happened to me in life. I lived a good life." Like life's okay. Like I didn't want that moment to happen, or I'm healthy, I'm moving on forward, and I always remember that. I always took that going forward. And one thing you said there too with about Bam Bam, it looked like your experience on Fight Island was different from a lot of other people. You just on social media, especially through Instagram, Impa K5 on the IG, just looked like you were having the best time. You were looked like you were just in your own element. Looked like you were just naturally, organically happy. And it's amazing that fighting on the regional scene and seeing you at island fights, driving 8 hours, and now you're flying across the globe and fighting on Fight Island.
Yeah.
Beautiful thing. Yeah. It's just you look like you were having a great week.
Definitely wearing the shirt. Oh, wait, the sun's in the way. Boom, right there. You see that?
Yep. There we go.
Beautiful time. Man. I love fighting. I love fight week. Like for me to even sleep on fight week, I'm like, oh my gosh, I get a fight. Like I'm so excited. I get to do it. I love finally. Right now, going down in Florida was such a blessing. Not doing anything else, right? There's nothing else I'd rather be doing. And to be able to fight against the best fighters in the world and make my way up the rankings and get that title one day, you have all this stuff in front of you. Opportunity, it's right there to go get it. So like, I don't know what else. I don't even know how I could be angry.
Right.
Like I said, everybody's in the UFC staff. The best, absolute best, and like it is just an honor to be there. Really,
that's awesome. So you kind of mentioned already. You mentioned maybe the December, anywhere in February when you kind of get allowed to kind of start fighting again. What is right now? What's the outlook? What is Impa's 2021 outlook? You said title. You seem like you've always want to level up and move up. Marvin and Chimaev, got on communicated with social media.
For sure. So social media has grown, so I definitely have a presence on there. I want to keep using this platform. Maybe I can encourage people more. That's an idea of mine. Like if God gives you the resource, you better use it, right? And
right.
To grow after that fight, even though we didn't get the result, that's what I was doing. And I'd love to fight in December. I think that for me, train every day, keep refining, keep getting better, do a little bit of traveling, do a little bit of time with my family. The holidays are coming up, really enjoy.
Yeah.
Some of the holidays where I'm actually not training for actually have a fight. It'll be the first holiday I wasn't fight somebody. So so I'm gonna enjoy time with my family and train and pray. I'm working on reading, practicing Spanish and French. Those are my two goals, right? And then I want to be ready. I'll be ready to fight, whether it's December, January, February. But I'd like to fight within those 3 months, right? And,
okay.
Get after it. Really do. I want to 2021 have a 6 to 7 fight year. That'd be awesome, right? And then earn my way up into the rankings, earn my way up into title contention, and they'll get the title. End of yeah, I'm ready to do what I love and really refine. I want to be able to put the best product out there every single time that I step in the octagon and use this platform to reach people, meet people, help rebuild community. It's hurricane, right? So the hurricane season recently passed, so maybe community service projects. There's so many things we can do, and I feel like it's limitless. So I want to take advantage of that for sure. And with whether I'm fighting every couple months or so, or every couple weeks, I just want to keep fighting. So
that's awesome.
Understand more. Marshall, keep growing. I want to keep growing, man. I love it. I'm happy Jillian Robinson. I heard you talking about her. Actually, I didn't talk to her much, but I just bumped into her on the plane. And like you said, she's an underpromoted fighter. So it'd be really cool to see her. Like, I'm happy she got a black belt. We were out there. I never seen her before. I was like, oh, cool. She got a like that. And then that. It's just cool to see. So time more. Hey, we'll be talking about. Hey, we just got ranked. Hey, we just got the title. Hey, who are you gonna fight to defend the title? It's like that. And whether it's fight at light heavyweight for fun, I would love to go do that, right? And fight at heavyweight. Awesome. Fight one of those guys. And when that's done,
awesome.
I'm better. Really I'm getting better. It's like whatever fight's there, any fight middleweight and up, I'm ready to go. Really, so it's like I want to enjoy it, man. I'm really just trusting God. Like it says, the Lord orders our steps, and I'm trusting Him just to guide me. Because I'm like, if you told me last year when I was island fights the first time you'll be in
right.
I'd be fighting, and I'd be like, what? Like I'd be like, I haven't been out the country since I was a kid.
Yeah.
I would have loved it. I would just, I'm loving it all. So wherever God takes me, I'm gonna say, Lord, send me, and I'm gonna have my forearms gloves ready to go. Really, that's about it, man. I'm enjoying it.
There we go. Man, it's so awesome. Always love talking with you. We're having a little bit of audio issues, and we'll definitely do it again in the near future. Like I said, always love talking to you. But last question for you. This weekend, Saturday, UFC 254 co-main event, middleweight division, your division, two absolute studs, Whitaker and Kinnear. I would love your take on that fight. I would love your prediction on the Whitaker-Kinnear fight. Oh, we lost him, guys. It was we were having some problems, audio and video. Let me see if I can get him. He's right here. Impa, you hear me?
I hear you. Yep, there you go. Sorry, I think you're asking me about the middleweights or something you said?
Yeah. The Whitaker-Kinnear fight this weekend.
Oh, yeah. Oh, about that fight. What a fight it's going to be. I mean, you have two awesome people. So, man, training with Jared, man, he's a hitter. I'll tell you that for sure. Like, he's a hitter. And as everybody's seen, he's a hitter. And he finds way, man. He is Marcus Crouch and all those guys, and Edson and Mashad, like they helped him prepare, and James Nakashima, all those guys, they really helped him prepare and get ready. Will show up and go to work. So it'd be great to see, man. Like he seems like he's finding his way, and he's doing. Nice guy, very nice, and he reached out to me. Recently. Just always nice. Thinking about just a good dude. I think he can get him. He just has to be smart, do what he does best. I think sometimes people focus on their opponent, what they do so well, but sometimes you have to focus on what and he hits and he comes to fight. So, and I think he can get Whitaker. Now Whitaker does move well, right? And Whitaker's he's an excellent champion. He's fought some of the toughest guys, and he's done things extremely well in this sport, and he's carried himself so well. So it's great to see. I'm excited, I'm cheering for him, right? And see him get that. They would love to see him fight Israel, right? And two guys. Yeah. It's so cool too when you see people like in your division and in your weight class fighting. I think that's awesome, and then you have the eyes on the prize to get there too. So to whoever has Israel, Jared, guys, you kind of see standing across the. So it's interesting to see, and that's what makes this lifestyle beautiful. Being a fighter, right? Like you don't have to disrespect anybody. Right? He's not a disrespectful guy. He's not a rude guy. Like when Jared does his job, he has mutual respect for all the signings. So it's like that's what I love about this. So I think it's a great fight weekend, a great fight card. You have Gaethje and Khabib. Yeah. It's like, man, like these fights are just like, wow, great job Dana White, great job UFC, great job Mick everybody. It's just
it's great. Awesome. It's great. Impa, appreciate you so much. I know time's tight, and like I said, we're having some little audio technical difficulties, but appreciate you so much. Like I said, every time I talk to you in my phone, you're going to be Impa, the role model, Kasanganay. I just appreciate you, appreciate what you do for so many people out there, and I can't wait to talk to you again soon, all right?
Thank you so much. Yeah, let me know if the audio is too much. If we need to talk again, I'll try to find him in a better location. Macari's wife usually works really well. I don't know what's going on. Maybe just the connection, but we'll share whatever.
Okay.
For you.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.